getting started here. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gina Sudan with the Wyoming County Chamber of Commerce, and we are here for a Restart, Rebound, Rebuild series. And our next session in the Rebuild series this morning is about business visibility. We're going to start by talking about the Chamber's website and how you could increase your visibility on the Chamber's website by taking a few steps to add some logos and some other things to increase that visibility. And then I have with us Keith Yergowski from the Small Business Development Center, and he's going to talk about social media and engagement and how you can stay kind of ahead of the game with visibility on social media. So let me get my screen share started. I do have some screens ready to share with you this morning. If I could figure out which one it is. Okay. So this is the main page of our website right now. And as you can see, this large COVID resources box pops up. I'm sure you've all seen this and where that'll take you. But for now, we'll just get into just viewing a couple different things that I want to point out on our website. First and foremost, most people, when they visit our website, go right to the business directory because they know who they want to find. And I just want to show you the difference in what some of the business profiles look like on our website. So if you click in here, and I just click the first advertising and media, the first category, we're going to click on Blue Ridge Communications. This is what a standard listing looks like. So this is the information that we have in our directory about most businesses. It's a very simple, here's the business name, the categories they're in, the address, phone number, all the contact information. We never show a member's email address on our website. That protects you from being added to other lists. So if they click this, they will email, typically it's this person that they are emailing, but the Chamber always gets a copy of that email, and that helps us to see that people are utilizing our website and our tool. And then a little bit about us, and this is some data that we've had in here in our website for our database for quite a while, so this may not be as fresh as it needs to be, and this can be a long paragraph or just a short sentence about your business. And then again, Facebook feeds and Twitter feeds. I'm not sure what that one is supposed to be, that little image there. And then again, the contact. Now I want to show you a business that has completed their directory listing and show you the difference. And why this is important is that this business will come up first in their category because they've done things like added their logo here. And when we click into their business, you can see they added a header picture. And then they added another logo here. You can see their map. But then you can also see things like, here's their business hours, their, directions. So just, real simple, we're in downtown Tunkhannock, 1 block up from the Dietrich Theater. Obviously, a lot of our businesses are rural, so they're not quite easily found with GPS. So that is very helpful to have some driving directions in there for some businesses. And then, of course, she goes on to explain, again, this about us, that was just one sentence for Blue Ridge Communications. She's added about her offerings, her service area, kind of her areas of expertise. She's added some business highlights. These are good because they help with the algorithm of finding your business. So if someone is Googling like floral arrangements or florist, weddings, most likely our website will pop up with her listing. And then you can see she's just added some flowers and some work. Now, we understand not every business has the aesthetics of a floral shop to add all of these beautiful pictures. but don't discount what you can add. So one of our design companies added a few brochures and posters that they've made. We've had some companies add. You can also add a YouTube video in here if you do any videos about your company. You can add that in here. And then again, for this one, she's added her profile picture along with her title, and you can contact her again via email up here. So just again, some quick ways to increase what your visibility looks like on our chamber website. But I'll also talk about some other things on this chamber website that'll be beneficial to you as a company. And those are our events calendar. To start. So if your business is hosting anything that is open to the public or you would like to share with other chamber members, this is a public calendar. And we can, you can add things to this. They are approved by the chamber, so they don't appear automatically. Someone from the chamber staff goes in on the back end of the website and does approve them. But I was just looking this morning about the Penn State summer camps, and I was wondering if, oh, is this still happening? So again, they posted their website, so I can go out, and obviously they're probably not having in-person summer camps, but I wanted to see what they said. So this will take me all the way out to their website, and I can see their online offerings. But I wanted to share that with you because I wanted to share just how easy it is for people to find your information through the chamber website once it's posted out here. So again, this is just our calendar of events, and I'm going to show you how to post things out here in just a few minutes. But this is our calendar of events, and you can post things. You'll see Susquehanna Kayak has some things posted out here. So you can see their events. And we're going to go into the what's new feature and just talk about a few things here. So under hot deals, this is anytime you have something going on in your business that is very pertinent to right now, or maybe something like a special offer. You can see 30% off Lyme vaccinations. Oh my gosh, easy for me to say this morning. So you can add, again, specials for the public or for members to go in here. And again, you can share a little bit more about the details of those pieces. Go back. And job posting. So this is a big one that I think in the next few months, we're going to see members really start to take advantage of. I'm hearing a lot about businesses that need staff, whether their employees found other jobs during COVID or their employees just aren't ready to come back yet because they don't feel their work environment is ready, or they have children at home that they can't leave and they just can't come back to work. So we're seeing an increase in this, and I think we're going to see a larger increase in this in the months to come. But this is a great place where you can post, again, as much or as little as you want about the job offering. So this is just a real quick listing, and then you can go out to the member's website for more information. And then some of these other listings have much more information about the job, and you can post, again, as much or as little as you want about the job and who to contact about that position. Get back to, now in the news, this is where that big COVID box will take you. So right now, our in the news is mostly the chamber posting about our COVID resources. But as the COVID pandemic slows, this will turn more back into our member information. This is things like if you have a press release going out, send them to us and we'll post them here. Or you can, I'll show you in a minute how to post them yourself. And then this is our member blog. We have not posted to this in quite some time, but this talks more about our members. So this was developed a few years ago, and we started sharing what we call member stories. So it's more about each business and what they do, and sharing a little bit about their business and getting them some publicity. These also all post right out to our social media pages directly. So it's a good way, again, for you to have shared visibility. So how to post all of these things? You would click here to log in. And if you don't know your username and password, you could just click forgot, and that'll send an email to you to reset your password. If you really don't think you have one, so some members don't have a username or password set up, and that may be because you're new to the company or you just never set one up, you can email Allison or Deb, and they would be happy to send you the link to get started. So this is what it looks like after you log in, and this is what we refer to as our member center. So in here, as we talked about, you can add job postings. I'm going to start with that one. And you just click add posting, and it's a very simple, tell us the title, copy and paste the description from your Word document or your website. And again, as much or as little of the details as you want to share. The date the posting should be displayed. And then there's another active date. This is really important because sometimes people post on our website and don't remember to shut it off. So how long are you expecting that job posting to be available? And that's important for us, and that will automatically pull that listing off our website at the time that you have designated. You can also change that. Again, if you want to add an image, your company logo, you can do that here. And then you just click submit for approval. We get notified that there's a new job posting, we review it, and we publish it to our website. So pretty straightforward. All of this information is pulled from your membership record. You can change this information. If you want to put your HR person in here, you can do that. An HR email, you can do that. You can change the category if you'd like. Maybe you're hiring for an accounting position, or maybe you just want to leave your regular, maybe you're an automotive company and you just want to leave that in there, but the description itself tells a little bit about the job. And if you put the title here, that would tell a little bit about the job. So that's a little bit about our job postings. Again, I went over that very quickly, but we are happy to walk you through this one-on-one at any time. We're just trying to get our members to see more of our resources and utilize them. Again, I'm going to show you the news releases. This is mostly what the Chamber has posted at this point, but these are open to you to post as well. And same type of setup where you just go in, click news release. It walks you through what do you want to title the news release, when should it be published, when should it end, what's the information, and then kind of what is the news release about, and possibly an image. This is a great place to share promotions about people in your company. If you're promoting someone and you want to share a little bit about that, if you're having an event, if you are rebranding your company and you want to share that, really any news that you would share to the media, you could also share here, and that will increase traffic not only to our site, keeping our information fresh on our website, but also to your site, in that you would post this with a link to your site so people will go back out to your site for more information. So these are all ways to increase your visibility on your site as well. We I showed you hot deals from our main web page, and again, I'll show you this in the membership deals side. So hot deals is very straightforward as well. You just click add a hot deal, walks through the same things, title, tagline, and that could be June specials and promotions, or save 30%, or whatever you want that little tagline to be. Again, to select a category, and that could be the category of your business. These are just some, actually, this looks like something that we probably should build out more on our end. This would group them if we start to get many hot deals and we feel like they need to be grouped into categories. But right now, as you can see, I think we have 5 or 6 on our main website. The details about the deal, a short description, and then again, the offer time frame. So pretty straightforward. The information about who to contact about the deal, and the active dates again. And then you submit for approval. Everything is submitted for approval. That helps us to manage the information on our website and just make sure that no one is posting anything that doesn't fit the chamber mission. So I'm going to go to events up here. This is kind of your navigation bar. Fairly intuitive, I think, to get around our website. This is the calendar of events. Again, many of these you'll see are chamber events. You could also register for events out here. So if you wanted to register for an event and you're logged into your member center, if you click register now, it will bring up, and I'll just show you quickly, it will bring up the registration page with all your contact information already in there. So you're already logged into your member page, and it'll add you to the session. So you could just quickly scroll through, and now you're added to that session for Wednesday. Let me go back here. And this also helps you to see what you have registered for. Sometimes we get calls from people that say, I can't remember if I registered for that or not. So this is a way that you could go in and see what you have registered for. Again, adding an event is very simple as well. Just click add the event, walk through all the event details, when the event starts and ends, the description, location information, date and time. Again, pretty straightforward. If there are any fees for the event. Now, you will not get the opportunity to allow people to register for your event through our site. I just want to make that clear. But as you can see, you can add photos if it's an event that you've done in the past and you have some photos from. You can certainly do that. You can create a Google map to get people to the event. You could upload a YouTube video if you have video about the event. And then again, submit for approval, and the staff will go in and approve the event. We don't allow member events to be registered on our website. I don't even know that it's really an option, but if you have a web page where you want them to go and register, that's very simple. You just add that right in here to the description. It'll be a link that they can click and go right to your registration page. So that will make it, again, easier, but also kind of a one-stop shop. We often hear from the community that there's no one real community calendar, and how can we fix that? And I would say really just to try to use our events calendar. This is for members and organizations within our community that are having events. So you'll see many community events also on our events calendar. And then let's see, what other pieces did I leave off? Let me go back to home. Oh, the directory. Let me show you. So yes, someone asked if they advertise an event, can they put a link to an outside sign up link? Yes, you can certainly do that, right? Again, in the event description, that could be, that could be put right in that event description, and that link will work to take them right to your event page and sign up information. Let me go back. When we talked very first about the business directory and about that company information, we saw a business that didn't have a whole lot of information posted, and then we saw Monzi's, which had pictures and her website information, and her about was all filled out. So I wanted to show you what that looks like. Again, I would always start, this is the profile summary. So this tells you kind of what you have done, what you need to do, and so on. You can see the chamber's profile is obviously complete. But you come in here, you fill out all this information about your business. Again, if you want to share with us your anniversary date, that's always helpful to us, and your billing contact information and how you would like your billing. That helps us as well, because some businesses don't respond to their emails right away, or may not see their billing if it's sent via email. They may not see that billing. So we do want to get billing preference information filled out for your business. You can also go in, and as you can see, we have added our 3 staff. So you can add as many employees as you would like to your chamber profile. This helps them to easily register for events. This also helps us that if someone leaves the company, we have another contact to go to. So oftentimes what happens is you might have a marketing person who set up the business profile, and once that marketing person leaves, we don't have anyone else to contact. So that can sometimes be a little tough for the chamber in getting information to your business. So I would recommend at least to have 2 or 3 contacts here if you can. If you have more than 1 employee, if you're, obviously you own the company, this should be you. If you're sole proprietor and don't have employees. This is your website information, your social media links, things that you want linked to your member web page. A little bit about your company. Again, you can see the chamber has all of this information filled out. A little bit about some bullet points about what you do. And then your logos. So this is an area where you'll want to put those logos, again, because it gives people a way to kind of see who you are. They might not necessarily, they might recognize, again, the logo faster than they would recognize the company name sometimes, or just gives them a little bit more recognition. It's a very old board picture. So we need to do some work in updating our site, but this is, I think, goodness, this is maybe the original board I started with. But this is one of our pictures of our board of directors, and we could certainly add some more photos to our page as well. I don't even know if this is publicly displayed for us. This is an old shop chamber video that we did a few years ago. We have that added. And then again, the map information. So this utilizes Google Maps, and you may notice for your business that this is not in the proper place. Sometimes our businesses have a Route 6 address, and that really throws off the system for whatever reason. So if you are in your member page and you realize that, hey, this is not where our business is actually located, you can go in here and physically move that pin. You can also set longitude and latitude coordinates, You can get it closer by, sometimes it just needs you to spell out, State Route 6. Again, Deb and I have tried to catch these from time to time and correct these when we can, but I know that we haven't gotten to all of them. So if your map shows you in an odd position, please go in and correct that. And if you don't know how, please contact us and we'll help you to walk through that. And I'm trying to remember your membership badge. So again, you can add this to your page as well. And I think Allison and I spoke this week about perhaps creating a new membership seal. So we're looking at developing something like that. Billing, this shows you if you have any outstanding, I don't know what our chamber want to look like. So that I don't want to show too much information there, but this will show you information about previous invoices for your business. This will show you if you have any outstanding balances in the chamber. And you can pay these right online. So if you wanted to make a payment, you could go in and do that. Again, it would show the invoices that are outstanding here, and you could go in and pay with your credit card right online. So just some ways to utilize your member center to increase your visibility through our chamber website, which then also creates visibility to you and your business and driving traffic to your website and also your social media pages. So that's where I'm going to stop today because we are at 9:42, and I do want to leave some time for Keith to talk with us a little bit, and I hope I didn't bore you all too much with walking through our member website. But I want to give Keith some time to talk about, Keith is an expert in kind of social media and marketing and has some great tips and tools that I've heard from him over the years about how to increase your visibility and how to stay kind of ahead of the game with the algorithms that Facebook seems to always be changing. So Keith, if you want to take it from here and talk about some of those pieces.
Okay, so one of the most important things that Gina talked about there was like locating your address in there. From a search engine optimization standpoint, the search engines look for consistency. So they also look for, it's very important that there's multiple pages linking to your page in order to give you relevance. So anytime you can get a free listing like on a chamber directory, you want to make sure that you get your business listed. But the important piece is to make sure that you list your address consistently the same way in every place you're listed online. So if it's 123 Main Street, you make sure you spell out the word street and don't abbreviate ST on one side and spell street on another. Keep it consistent across multiple platforms. And that helps you with rankings. As much as you can get profile information in these places, there's more keywords, more likely you're going to be found. Today, I would say, the numbers keep changing, but it's above 60% of people are accessing their phones, are accessing the internet through their phones today. So, phones like Apple and Android phones also, when people put in a search, they react differently based on what kind of phone you have. So being consistent, getting all those in as many places as you can helps you get found. Android phones are Google products, so they're based on Google, where iPhones are Apple products. They're using different things like review sites. They look at mapping, they look at the making sure you're plotted correctly. And they list you close as is in proximity to wherever the search was being done. So there's a lot of different components that go into search engine optimization. So it's not like, and they don't tell you what it is, because if they did, you'd spam it. So it's important that you try to get yourself out there in as many places as you can. I do a search online, and it's like 20 top places your business could be listed for free. And so it includes your social media platforms. And, I always tell people, you don't need to be on every social media platform, but it doesn't hurt to have a listing on everyone, but you don't have to actively be using everyone. because you really want to focus on the ones that are more to the demographic that you have. So if you're trying to reach, like around our university, the University of Scranton, a lot of the businesses want to reach the students. Well, the students aren't on Facebook. Grandpa and grandma, mom and dad came on Facebook and the students took off. So students today are on TikTok, they're on Snapchat, they're on Instagram. So if you're trying to reach a younger demographic, that's where you go. If you want to reach the older demographic, it might be Twitter and Facebook. Twitter was kind of had a second rebirth when President Trump got elected, because he's so active on it that a lot of people just follow the platform just to see what he's going to say next. So it does get a lot of traffic. It takes a lot of, there's a lot of opportunities there to use hashtags. Now, Gina mentioned in your profile, keywords, so you wanted keywords or hashtags. Those are the key components to make sure you have, so that if 80% of searches are done, they're, location based. So if I'm looking for a hairdresser, I'm typing hairdresser Tunkhannock. So you want to make sure you get those keywords not only on your website, but in all your social media platforms, all your business listings, any place you're online. You want to make sure you use tags, keywords, so hashtags, whatever. But just trying to be consistent, get out there in as many places as you can, and keep your stuff current. Gina mentioned about going into the profile and being able to remove information that's no longer relevant. That's real important. Search engines, again, look for things that are current. So it's always a good idea to have a blog on your site, keep it updated with fresh content, and the search engines like that, and they give you more relevance. I'm trying to think what else. That's probably all for, I'm throwing a lot at you in a short period of time, but.
Yeah, we did throw a lot at them today, but I think one thing you mentioned, Keith, and I know you talk about this a lot in the social media courses that you do, and I've seen you do before the classes. Talk about engagement on social media. Share a little bit about the difference between just posting on social media and posting for engagement.
Right. So, I usually use the example, the way people use social media, especially businesses, they just throw information out at people. And it's a one-way street when that's the same as picking up a phone, calling somebody, when they say hello, you don't answer back, So if you're going to post stuff on social media and people comment, thank them for the comment, or answer their questions. One of the things that in today's day and age is, in my opinion, is stay away from the political stuff. The country's polarized. It's one way or the other. And by making a comment, you're alienating, probably 50% of your potential customers. So you have to be smart. And those business owners that'll say, I don't care, this is the way I feel, and I don't need those people. Well, good. If you can get by with 50% of the business, then go for it, but a smart business person isn't going to do that. They're going to keep their personal beliefs separate from the politics side of it, but it's important to be engaged. And a good example was, I saw a few years ago, a furniture store who did a Super Bowl Sunday ad, and they posted, what's your favorite place to watch the Super Bowl? And, a lot of people will write, I like being at home. I don't like being in a crowd or whatever. Hey, guess what? We have a sale on a brand new recliner. So kind of engaging by asking questions is a great way on social media to keep a dialogue going. And the other thing is, a lot of people don't realize that by having a Facebook profile for your business and following what's going on in the local community and commenting keeps putting your business name out there in front of things. So somebody has a baby, you comment from the business page, it shows up on that listing. Everybody that's commented on that baby sees your business name. So it keeps you fresh. It keeps you out there in front of the customers.
That's a really good point, Keith. I know for us, especially for the chamber, we should really be utilizing that opportunity more to be commenting as the chamber page as opposed to just ourselves. So that's something that we could definitely utilize. A question that just came in is, I offer service with, 2 different niches. What's the best way for me to market? And I'm not sure she's talking really about the chamber page. And I think if you're talking about the chamber page, there are some things that we can look at. We have what we call tier memberships now. That tiered membership allows you to list more than one business on our chamber page. So we can certainly look to talk more about that. But as far as on social media and other things, I would say that you need two business profiles if they're that different. Would you agree, Keith, with something like that?
Um, I don't know if I would have two profiles because first of all, then the search engines might or the platforms may bounce you. But I maybe, I pick, on Mondays or Wednesdays, Fridays, I'm posting about the one business and the things that we offer. And maybe the other days I'm doing the other just to try to, because if it's going to the same place, you want to make sure you don't. The one thing is with the spamming is very, if you get thrown out, you're out. You're not getting back in. So you have to kind of make sure you're following their guidelines. So that's a tough question because it doesn't fit in with the norm
Right.
of what businesses offer. But
Right.
most profiles do allow you to have multiple categories for your business. So like I know your Google profile, you could put different aspects. So that's important too, is make sure that while I mentioned that, like Google offers you a free listing, Bing, Yahoo, I think they offer you free listings for your business, just as the chamber has a business listing. Make sure you go out and claim those profiles. They allow you to claim them, put in all your information. They send you a code either via mail or phone so that you own the listing, so that nobody else can go out. Your competitor can't go out and do that, and fill out a profile and point everything to them, so it's, even though I'm looking for, one business, I end up somewhere else because the person that owned it didn't go out and claim their listing, so to speak.
That's a really good point. And
And the
we,
other thing is, if you need help with any of this stuff, the SBDC, we're willing. I'm willing to sit down with you and walk you through some of that. So, again, our services are free, and I'll be happy to help you.
yeah, and Keith, as I said earlier, Keith has done some workshops for the chamber live in person before all this started. Keith has been an instrumental part of our Restart, Rebound, Rebuild series, certainly. But we have utilized the SBDC to really help our chamber members in areas like this. But Keith uses our office as well to meet with members one-on-one, so you don't have to travel to Scranton to meet with Keith. And once all this travel restrictions are lifted, I'm sure he'll be spending more time back in Wyoming County to help our businesses with their visibility. Keith, I thank you so much for your time today. I want to mention too that the Chamber also offers periodically Google workshops. We are a partner with Google, and we offer some Google workshops. So if you are struggling with what your business listing should look like on Google or how to claim your business listing on Google, watch for us to host those business workshops. And those have been done in person, but I know Google is also, they offer everything via webinar. We hold what we call watch parties. So the chamber gets together, we watch the webinar of those. They're usually live. We have had a Google expert come out to us in the past, but all of those are very well received by our members, and we'll continue to do those as we can throughout this upcoming year. So I just wanted to share some ways this morning for you as you restart your business, as you rebuild and come back from what the pandemic has done and kind of shuttered our businesses for a while. The really key important thing is to increase your visibility, to increase your relevancy with your members, and stay top of mind right now. Put out there what your new hours are. So that's something I'm hearing from a lot of business owners right now, is that we've decreased our hours. We used to be open 9 to 5, but now we're open 9 to 2. Or we used to be open 6 days a week, but now we're only going to be open, Wednesday through Saturday. put that out there. Change your profiles, change your Facebook, change your Google, change your chamber profile. Again, that is important. People will Google your business, and if your hours are different and they show up at 5 o'clock and you're, or at 4 o'clock and you're supposed to be open and you're closed, that is going to turn that customer off. So please make sure that you're updating all of those places. Also update your phone, right? So the message you leave on your phone should say, during the COVID pandemic, our hours are 9 to 2. We are closed in the afternoon, but we'll be sure to get back to you first thing tomorrow morning. So that if someone's calling to order something from your business, they know exactly when you're going to call them back, and they don't just hang up the phone and immediately call a competitor business because you weren't open to take their call when they needed you.
And Gina, this goes back to what pre-COVID, when we were talking about trying to, help the Tunkhannock Business District, was, you should also talk with your neighbor businesses to find out what their hours are and try to be consistent. Because again, if I'm going to come into Tunkhannock to do shopping from rural areas, and one store is closed at 4 and another store closes at 5 or whatever, am I just as likely to call, go to Amazon or drive to Scranton where I know people are going to be open?
Right.
So it's important that everybody consistently, as a business district, has consistent hours. And I know that's difficult right now because there's childcare issues and everything else with what's going on, but got to try.
And I think that leads us to a great point for a segment of our upcoming series is called Community Collaboration During COVID, right? So right now we are all a little disjointed with, what our hours in our office are, what our hours in our shops are. We are going to work as a chamber to figure out what everyone's hours are, to kind of get them up and running and posted, share as much of this information as we can, but we would rely on you to tell us, right? We can't be surfing the internet all day looking for what are the appropriate hours for your shop. And most of the time right now, your hours aren't right online anyway. So we're doing a segment called Community Collaboration. And we would love for you to join us for that, to share some ideas about how we as a community can rebuild from the COVID pandemic. And with that, I think we're going to sign off for today. And we welcome you to join us on Wednesday. We have Heather McPherson, the superintendent of Tunkhannock Area School District. She is going to share with us some of the upcoming what her vision of the upcoming school year will look like. I know many of us have children, and that has been at top of mind. Will they go back to school first and foremost, or will we be trying to homeschool and homework in the fall as well? So she's going to share with us that vision, and also Tunkhannock has their graduation this week. So she'll be, I'm sure, sharing some more information about Tunkhannock's graduation ceremonies. Again, thank you all for joining the Wyoming County Chamber for our Restart, Rebound, Rebuild series, and we look forward to having you join us again on Wednesday at 9:15. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day.